So here's what. According to a recent Morning Consult survey,
Yes.
66% of workers wish they had more time off from work. Our next guest says, don't worry if you don't have enough vacation days because you can have your work and your vacation too. It is called a workcation.
I am all ears.
Hello.
Joining us now to explain the art of the workcation and why it is beneficial to our mental health is HR expert and best-selling author of Wonder Hell Why Success Doesn't Feel Like It Should and What to Do About It, Laura Gassner Otting. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Laura, you said you go by LGO.
LGO.
Your friends call you LGO.
Yes, my friends call me LGO.
Can we call you LGO?
Absolutely.
Okay, 'cause
LGO.
we have a lot of questions.
First and foremost, what is a workcation?
So a workcation is when you combine your work and your vacation. So in this world of hybrid working, if you have the opportunity to, you can take your work to a remote, exotic vacation spot and work from there. It's work and it's vacation. It's a workation.
And did you call Webster? Because are we adding that?
It'll be next
the word
year's
for
word of the year.
2025. Now this works for some people. I actually know a couple who is doing this. Their last child graduated high school and they are traveling the world because they can work remotely. Clearly this does not work for everybody. So who is this really geared towards?
Well, people who are working in a hybrid environment, if they're working from their desk, they can be anywhere, they're using the same tools in the office that they're using in their homes, they can take those and they can go anywhere. I ran a hybrid company for 15 years, like starting in 2002, before it was COVID cool, like before we had the tools. And everyone would say like, oh, Laura, how do you judge the quality of your employees' work? And I was like, are you ready? Are you sitting down? By the quality of my employees' work.
Huh.
Fancy that.
Fancy that.
You seem like a good boss. How do others, though, I can imagine not everybody's as easygoing about it. How do you convince or talk your bosses into allowing this?
So you have to sit down with your boss and have a conversation about the metrics by which you, your projects, your teams are being judged. Have a conversation, be really explicit about what the metrics are going to be, and then have a second conversation about how often you're going to communicate. When will they hear from you? When will they see you? If you're in a client-focused business, make sure when those client calls happen, you're in a quiet place. If you're doing team calls, don't do them from the pool. Maybe be outside, you have the pool in front of you, but maybe not behind you. So just remember how you're going to be perceived by other people and make sure that you're putting their needs before yours.
Okay.
But also remind your boss that we do better work when we're relaxed,
Well,
right? When we're calm, when we're creative.
Well, that's our next question. What are the mental benefits to changing your environment when you are working?
So we always say, like, oh, I get my best ideas when I'm in the shower. I get my best ideas when I'm on a run.
Yeah.
It's not that we get our best ideas there. It's actually, that's the only time we let our brains relax.
Right.
So all the ideas that have come at us can alchemize into more creative solutions. So if we talk to our boss, we show them the science about how leaving our current environment staves off burnout, creates more creativity, allows us to actually bring solutions back to the office. When we come back ready and rested, they might actually be a little more intrigued by it.
Maybe
they might want to take one themselves.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, so we've gotten all that off the table. We're there. We're in Aruba or wherever it may be. How do we avoid feeling like we're in this tropical paradise, for example? How do we avoid feeling like we have to just be working all the time?
Yes.
Like, how do you do the work-life balance from the beach?
Yeah, especially when you're tethered to your phone, right? The internet connection all the time. So my favorite trick is to change time zones. So we're here in New York. If you're on the East Coast, go to the West Coast. You wake up early, you get the work done by 2, 3 o'clock. Everyone on the East Coast is gone.
Yeah.
They're at happy hour, and you get the rest of the day to explore and have a great time by yourself.
You need a Nobel Prize.
She should write a book. Oh, wait.
I have a question that's a little off script because you said you ran a company.
Yes.
In hybrid. I think about, we have interviewed so many entrepreneurs, so many people who run their own companies. Can a boss have a workcation? Did you have a workcation?
Not only can a boss have a workation, but a boss can role model a workcation. So if a boss is still able to show up for their people and show up for the clients in a way that actually matters. I had a business partner who lived in Moscow because that's where her husband's work was. And one time one of our clients said, you live in Moscow? We've been working together for a year. How did I not know? And she said, because you never needed to.
Right.
Because it never mattered to you.
Doesn't matter.
Look at that.
You know.
Here's to being a boss.
I love all of this. Okay. When is it best in the calendar, year, week, whatever? When do we take this workcation?
So I would do it midweek, right? Thursday to Tuesday when it's cheaper to travel. Then you get the work done on Thursday and Friday. You spend the weekend and enjoy yourself. Then you get a little Monday, Tuesday work, and you've been able to have both the work and the vacation, 0 paid time off.
I will say on that Metro North, Wednesday, well, especially now because it's summer, Wednesday and Friday, empty.
Yeah.
People are working from
They're
home.
on a workcation.
They're on their workation.
Yeah, exactly.
They may be working from home. They may be working from a vacation home.
They might be working
Who
from
knows?
Saint-Tropez.
WFVH.
All right.
Okay.
Yes. So if you could, what if you can't take the workation? The workation.
Yeah, workation.
How we talk about work-life balance. I say it's very difficult in broadcast news.
It is. I'm asking for myself.
Yeah.
How do I do it?
Because not every position in the career ladder can truly achieve work-life balance.
True, true. So I ask myself the question of what are the things that only I can do? Right? Are there things that only I can do, and anything else that I am not the only person that can do, I figure out, does it have to be done at this time? Does it have to be done in this moment? Does it have to be done by me right now? So we're able to actually bring our life more into our work day if we say, you know what, I can go to my kid's soccer game at 3 o'clock in the afternoon because this thing doesn't have to be done immediately right now, even though it's at the top of my inbox.
Right.
So it's a great way to balance bringing your life into your work as opposed to just spending all of your work where you should be spending your life.
Huh. It takes a little more lead time on the front end.
Yes.
To communicate, to understand what your role is,
get
what
everybody
your
on board.
job is.
To build the trust
That's
with
right.
your coworkers and your bosses and
That's
your
right.
clients.
Don't abuse it for the rest of us.
That's right.
Okay.
Here, here.
Laura,
LGO.
LGO.
They
Thanks, girl.
It's great to be here.